Hola! I'm still trying to figure out how I want to start my videos. That's why I've got all of these awkward introductions going on. So I've got a haul for you guys today. I've got some things from CNDirect and some things from Dresslink. I've ordered from CNDirect before and I did like a review haul and I'll link that down below. I've never ordered anything from Dresslink before though, so I'm a first timer. As usual with a lot of my hauls, I do tend to kind of review the things if I've tried them as well, so may stay on some items a little bit longer than others. So I'm gonna get started with some of the items I got from CNDirect and then I'll move on to Dresslink. And if I seem to be blinking a lot in this video and doing a lot of this, my eyes, it's because I've left it till super late again. It's really dark, and the darker it is outside, the brighter the ring light has to be, and I've not got a diffuser, if that's the correct word for it. I've got nothing to lessen the fact that this is just really, really bright, and I'm just like, ouch. First thing I got was this really weird looking sponge, and surprisingly I got two of them. It's in the packet, I'll take it out of the packet in a minute. And it's on a stick, and it kind of just looks like a really, really tiny Real Technique sponge on a stick. And I chose this one because they've got like a variety of different shapes, like different shaped sponges. They've got like a circular sponge, like a square sponge, and then this one which is kind of rounded with a flat surface. And because I really like that about the Real Techniques sponge, I thought that I would try this out. And I'm just dropping it all over the place. I was only expecting to get one of these, but then two showed up, so I'm not going to complain that I ended up with two of them. So it must be that you pay one price and you get two instead of one, which I think is really good. These are really lightweight. I know that my Real Technique sponge is like dirty and a little bit damp because I used it to do my makeup today, but do you see what I mean? They're both flat. Obviously they both feel extremely different because this is slightly damp and this is really dry. But they're kind of similar in like the spongy material, if that makes sense. I've come a tiny little bit closer to you guys now. Can you see what I mean? Flat. I'm excited to try this, and the quality of it so far feels really, really, really good. It'd be really, really cool if this is just as good as this, because then I can just use it to kind of do my under eye concealer and all of that jazz, as opposed to like this and then like da-da-da-da-da. It would just make everything more easy. Haven't tried these yet, but I'm looking forward to trying them. I was going to use this today, but I completely forgot, and I just ended up using my beauty blender. At the moment, I seem to be using my beauty blender and this for like my whole face, like even to contour. Like I'm going crazy with the sponges at the moment. I'm having like a sponge frenzy. Now I want sponge cake. Even though I'm talking about makeup sponges, I would just really like some sponge cake, I'm not gonna lie. The next thing that I got was some eyelashes, and I'm actually wearing them today so I can kind of give like an overall opinion. And these were like $1.20 something, so really, really cheap. And you literally get, I'll open them. You literally get all of these, like, I don't know if you can see, I'll do a close up so you can actually see them close up, but they're stuck down with these stickers. So these are stuck down with stickers, which isn't a bad thing, but I can kind of understand why some people wouldn't like that. And I will say in advance, I had to cut these like down. It's not that I've got small eyes, because normally false eyelashes I could just whack them on and I'm good to go. Funnily enough, recently I found out I had hooded eyelids. Now, a lot of you guys already noticed I had hooded eyelids. Specifically one person who I'd like to apologise to from about 2 years videos back. This girl, she commented on one of my videos and she said like, oh, could you do a makeup tutorial for hooded eyelids? And I said, no, I couldn't. I was wondering why she approached me, like specifically for hooded eyelids, like hooded eyelid makeup kind of thing. And like, I had no idea why she had approached me. I had no idea why this girl was mentioning hooded eyelids, and I knew about the different eye shapes, obviously, because I've done like makeup on different like eye shapes and yada 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 with like experience that I've had in the past and stuff. However, I did not take any notice of my own eyelids. Like, how bizarre is that? So as a lot of you would have noticed in a lot of my videos, well, not recently, but like I'd say over the past 6 months maybe, you'll notice that I've been wearing more false lashes. Sometimes I'm just wearing a really good mascara, but I've started to really, really like the way that false eyelashes like look on my eyes. And I was wondering why I liked it so much. I was like, I look so much more awake when I'm wearing false eyelashes. Why is this? Because I have hooded eyelids. Duh. And I swear, the minute I noticed, like, I was like, wait a second, and then I thought back to that girl's comment and how she'd requested like a makeup tutorial for hooded eyes, and I looked back at all of my makeup and I was thinking to myself, no wonder it takes me a little bit longer to do my own makeup than it does to do someone else's that hasn't got hooded eyelids. And I've noticed that sometimes it's been easier for me to apply makeup to other people than myself. And I was wondering why this was, and now I also realise that this whole time, like sometimes when I've been doing like a cut crease, for example, or I've been doing anything that's slightly more extravagant, isn't simple on the eye, you'll notice that my eye shape in like various videos, it changes around a lot because I change the way that I apply my makeup a lot to suit my eye shape. And I just thought it was my eye shape to take into consideration that like I didn't have the world's like biggest eyelid kind of thing going on. However, turns out I just have hooded eyelids, so I've noticed that sometimes I'll completely fake a cut crease like by doing it up here. It's just a technique that I've kind of done like over the years, and I've done it with other people as well, and I am mostly self-taught. I'm not 100% self-taught, but I'm mostly self-taught when it does come to makeup and things like that. And it's funny because it's so obvious, and that's something that I should have definitely known. I've noticed that I've been able to go for like a more less is more approach, but experimenting with colours more on my own face. Now I'm kind of getting more into false eyelashes. In regards to these eyelashes, what I would say is you might be a little bit scared by the length of them because they do look quite big. They don't look very natural at all, even though they're supposed to be natural in the packet. But then once you put them on, they do actually look pretty like wispy. They're kind of like the Ardell Demi Wispies, but nowhere near as like, you know, fabulous. And these don't really wisp out and give you that kind of fluttery look. However, I'm wearing them today, and what I've done is basically cut the eyelash, about a quarter of the eyelash off, so it's nowhere near as long, and I've placed them at like the ends. So it's like they're not really at the front here, but they're at the end, and I found that looks okay. I've applied a tiny little bit of mascara to them to kind of blend them in with my own eyelashes, and I think that they look pretty good. I'm wearing them today. Let me know if you think they look good, but they were really cheap, like seriously. They also came in this really cute box with like a little heart, but like the ring light is so bright, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but for the price, I actually think that's really good. And at first I was like, oh, they look ridiculous and not sticking to my eye properly, but they just needed cutting down. It's really simple, only took me a few minutes, not even that. Came across these scissors, and it was 2 pairs of scissors for $3, and I thought that was amazing because the hairdressing scissors apparently, these are thinning scissors and regular scissors, and as a lot of you guys will know, I cut my own fringe. Whether that's something I should boast about, I don't know, because a lot of people are like, oh my god, I love your fringe, and then a lot of other people are like, oh my god, her fringe is so wonky, or I hate it, or whatever, yada yada. Well, I cut it myself, so yeah, I'm not a hairdresser. Look at the pattern. For $3, you get thinning scissors and regular scissors in a jazzy ass green pattern. I love them. They are so cool. However, I have used them, and there is a downside to these scissors. So these scissors are fine. The thinning scissors are fast, so you can just go da 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 da. However, the normal scissors are just kind of jammed, so they work, and like I've cut my fringe with them, but they're really like, how do I explain it? I feel like I'm gonna have to do this about another 50 times until I'm comfortable to use them, because they just seem to keep getting stuck when I'm using them. So I don't know if I would recommend the scissors yet, but for $3, why not? The thinning scissors I've used already, and they were really good. And like I said, these are jammed a little bit, so they're kind of harder to use, but they are really good. You've got to give them that. Look how pretty they are. These are just so pretty. Even if the normal scissors do get jammed when I'm using them, they do still work. $3, and they're so pretty. They came in this little protective case to keep them all safe and stuff, but turn it around and they kind of arrived kind of sticking out. So that wasn't very safe. However, it's not like a 5-year-old who's going to open a box from China, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. I always open everything with caution, so it doesn't really affect me that much. But $3 for these 2 scissors, I think, even just for the thinning scissors, that's amazing. I'm going to have to get used to the normal ones of this packet because they're just very stiff. That's the word, stiff. Word of the day, kids. Stiff, that's what she said. Oh my god, I need to stop. I'm a mum now. Stop with the that's what she said jokes. Never. I can't. Sorry, I tried to be appropriate, but... Appropriate? Did I say appropriate or appropriate? The next thing that I got was really random, but I kind of wanted to try a few different things because last time I pretty much just got mainly clothes, and I got like the organisation thingy-majiggy bob, but I kind of just wanted to explore the different like options on the site a little bit more, and I came across this, and I couldn't not get it. It was around the same price as the eyelashes, believe it or not, and this is a panda eye mask. Right, I haven't opened this yet, and I've been really excited to open this. Ah! Da, 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 da. Oh, that's soft. First impressions on camera, guys. That is soft. So I was drawn to this for two reasons. One, I'm obsessed with pandas. Probably not as obsessed with pandas as I am with cats, but still moderately obsessed with pandas. They're like one of my favourite animals. Baby panda. I don't know why I do the same thing for like animals as I do for food. I'm pretty sure in a few videos I was like, pizza. And I did that whole sigh. Not gonna eat a panda, wouldn't do that, because it's really, really good quality. And look, it's got little, oh, it's so cute, it's so cute, look at it, look at it. So I technically got this for three reasons actually. I've just thought, reason number one, reason I just mentioned. Reason number two, Athena, she kind of messes with my sleeping pattern a lot, and I found I'm one of those people that really struggles to get back to sleep when it's gone like light outside. When it's gone light outside, I automatically think, right, it's time to kind of start the day now. It's, you know, bright outside, let's get on with things. And my body is immediately awake and I really struggle to get back to sleep during the day. So I thought if I had this and actually like blanked out the darkness, I could maybe get back to sleep a little bit easier, you know, during the day when I get a chance for a nap, because she's still not sleeping through the night entirely and she's 6 months, which is not great, but realistic. Hashtag mum life. Third reason being that I could use it to put my hair back so that when I'm getting ready, I don't have to use a clip to hide my fringe. I could just use this and then just be like la-di-da-di-da. So look, it's like a 3-in-1 thing. And that's why I was drawn to it, and it's really good quality. I'm really impressed with that because it's nice and soft. The elastic seems promising. It's not that really cheap, horrible, uncomfortable elastic, so I think it'll actually be quite nice to sleep in, which is good. And nice to put on my head when I'm doing my makeup, because sometimes headbands give me headaches. This feels good. I think this is promising. Does anybody like emoticons? Is anybody kind of obsessed with emoticons? And not like 2008 MSN emoticons, but I mean typical iPhone emojis, like the crying face, the happy face, the angry face, the stuck up face, the contemplative face. There's tons, but there's two particular emoticons that I use a lot, like pretty much all the time, and it's the crying happy face and the cheesy happy face. And I was just browsing on the website and I came across these pillows. How can you not love this? How? It's a giant emoji! And it's so soft, so soft. This is like the perfect reading pillow. You know when you're like lying on the couch and you're getting a crooked neck and you're just like, oh, I need something. Or you need something for your lower back. Oh, I need that emoji pillow. I love these pillows, seriously, like, how could you not love these pillows? And the quality is so good. So, I briefly left for 2 minutes to run Athena a bath. Hashtag mum duties. And I was gonna just come back and film the rest of the video, but this happened. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but half of me is drenched and the other half of me is perfectly dry. I think you can probably tell better now. I've not even explained what I did, have I? So this has kind of taken an impromptu turn, this video, but I was running the bath and I was doing the shower head and I was cleaning it, and then I just went da-da-da-da-da, minding my own business, and because I'm quite sleepy and I've had a bright ring light in my eye, I did it to myself. With the shower head by accident as a roof. I screamed and I was like, what have I done? I'm gonna just get my pyjamas now because I don't like the idea of sitting here wet and I really can't be bothered redoing my makeup. I do really like this though, I don't know why. I kind of like the wet hair look.